welcome to a special Halloween episode of The Worst Talk Show. I'm Angie C, and my costume is somebody from 2019 who went out to shows, or Comic-Cons, or dinner. And my co-host is the Dread Pirate Roberts. What are you doing?
I thought you said we were getting dressed up.
I did. This is my costume.
Well, that's a fine how do you do?
Handsome boyfriend Dave is here.
Yar! I've been practicing me yar all day. And I'll be saying unto you.
Say hi to Kim. Kim is here.
Kim, how the heck are ya?
Happy Halloweeny. I don't know how to get back there. Oh, Vicky's here too. Hello, Vicky.
Vicky Salahunde.
This is quite a little, yeah, I remember this from a couple of years ago.
Yar!
Maybe you could keep this on for later as well?
Yar!
Okay. You could maybe stop acting like the drunk pirate that I end up going home with accidentally.
Yar!
Hey, Riddles is in the house.
Mike Maloney is not the phony, and there he is. Who else got dressed up for the show, the Halloween show? Avast our mateys! 'Tis the Worst Talk Show.
Wow, don't overdo it. You're going to pass out from exhaustion.
Hoist the mizzen mast! Prepare to weigh anchor!
Right here. They are right there. You do not have to yell. Hey, Holly Cantor, hello and happy Halloweeny.
I'd be begging your pardon, madam.
Oh, Jim Barricotti rhymes with Manicotti. Oh, I kind of like that look as well, although this is a fabulous hat. You do have to say it's one of the best costume hats.
I look pretty good in a three-point hat, don't I?
Yeah, but you need to stop talking like that because it's not sexy.
Whoa! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
All right.
John Roth is here as well. Hello, John. Oh, Vicky says, shiver me timbers. You're not
shiver me
Vicky.
timbers.
We have a lot to get to tonight. We're going to talk about things that we watched this week that you might enjoy, things that you should save your time and not watch, as well as things we listened to, and things we ate and advise you to make, including a new segment we'll have coming up later called Let's All Go to the Smoovies. I know you're thinking, did she say smoothie or smoovie?
Wow, she said both.
I did say both. So we've decided that we're going to come up with a smoothie, or rather a smoovie recipe every time we're excited about watching a new movie or television episode. So this week we're very excited because The Mandalorian Season 2 starts Friday.
And
so we're going to have a special smoovie dedicated just to that coming up. So stay tuned.
I work my fingers to the bone.
Smoothies. Let's all go to the
Smoovies.
Let's all go to the Smoovies with Angie and Handsome Dave.
Hey, all right.
Okay, so that's coming up a little bit later. My timbers are shivering. It's Yellowbeard. Yes, it is. And Kevin Tachi is here. Yes, Mandalorian. To what joke is this punchline? Arrgh, it's driving me nuts. Why did you bring a steering wheel in with you? I can't remember if that was the total joke, but I do remember that joke being fantastic, and I think Rich is the one who told me, right?
You've got a terrible... You still have the worst nut joke.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Two nuts were walking in a park after dark. One was assaulted. All right, thanks, folks. I'll be here all week.
That's it. Wrap it up. Have a good night, guys. Be safe on Halloween now.
We had a little bit of housekeeping we wanted to get through. Some of you may have heard, as you know, we Brady Bunched up here 3 years ago in Marblehead, Massachusetts. Thank you very much. I grew up in Salem. Dave grew up in Charlestown. But when I moved back from LA post-divorce, we came here, and this is where Kendall Wendell was going to school. So when we decided to Brady Bunch up, we really liked the school system. Bob's your uncle. Here we are. So Marblehead has its own unique set of pros and cons, if you will. Especially when you live in a town that's very wealthy, and you are not. So the kids have been doing the hybrid program. We have two teens at Marblehead High School. We have Kendall and we have Colin. So
A
we have a
senior
junior
and-
and a senior.
Yes.
Over the weekend, as you may have read, a sophomore threw a party.
At her house.
And over 50 children were there.
With no masks on and no social
distancing. And I believe there was probably some drinking and drugging and fooling around and whatnot.
So the police came.
It was a super spreader event is what we're trying to tell you. So the police broke it up, and the next thing you know, everybody gets an email, and there's going to be an emergency meeting.
That was on Saturday.
Yeah.
Now they're like, we're going to have a meeting with like the police and all the school people Sunday morning. So you know they were like pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Hey Bob. Hey Trish. Michael Maloney. Yes. So by Sunday afternoon, we found out that the kids were no longer in the hybrid, which meant they were going to school a couple days. They
2
were staying
weeks.
home a couple days. 2 weeks.
2 weeks at home.
Nothing. No sports. Nada. Shauna Ryan is
all
here.
Sports canceled until like November 7th, right?
And Kendall's been playing field hockey, and she's been improving her game so much. We were so proud of the first game we saw. I couldn't wait for my dad to see her because of COVID. We can only attend the home games, and you can really only have 2. And I think like there are laminates you have to get too, which is pretty funny. So my dad couldn't wait to go to the game tomorrow. That is now no longer happening.
Right.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, parents who let their kids party during COVID.
Thanks,
You're
sophomores.
the best. So that was fun. And of course, by the time the 2 weeks are up and things are going to get back into gear, I imagine that the cases will be sky high, and that will be that. I believe your cousin is on. Say hello.
Hi, Shelley.
Hey, Sam Abola is here.
Or I would say, Ambassador Shelley, how are ya? Me little cousin.
Oh my God. It's so not sexy when you do the mouth
Yarr.
thing. Please stop
It's
doing
like
the
I
mouth
got-
thing.
Do you think it's like I had a stroke or something? Just, arr, arr,
No,
arr.
I just, it's just not attractive. It's like you're the comic relief of the show, and I need you to be the sexy pirate of the show.
Isn't that funny? Not funny?
Funny, yes. Sexy, no. I'm in my, like, va boom, I'm going out to
Look
see
at
a
our
rock
cock-
show, or I'm going to the movies.
Yeah,
outfit.
baby.
And you look like a demented pirate, basically, is what's happening.
And that's on any regular day of the
What
week.
happened to the red kerchief thing?
Oh, that was...
Also,
Your captain was sweating his balls off.
You need to show them that you really are wearing a pirate
I got
shirt.
the puffy pirate
Hey,
shirt.
Mark Anthony. I mean, look at this.
I'll be singing Meatloaf later.
Yeah, he's got a serious puffy
Look at
shirt
that there. It's got the fluff.
situation.
It's got the... it's black on black. You can't see nothing.
Dan Kopko says it would be more sexy if he had a Johnny Depp thing. No, that's
Really?
not true. Not
It's
true.
totally already been done, Dan.
All right, so let's get right into the swing. We watched a crap ton of shows this week, and some of them so that you don't have to.
Oof.
So let's get right to it. We forgot to talk about the Chicago 7 last week, so that's where we're going to start tonight.
Quite a cast.
I don't know if you guys saw it already. It's on Netflix. It's based on an actual historical event.
Yep.
A very famous trial of the Chicago 7, which happened during the Chicago riots, which were later to be found out to be caused by the police.
Well, remember, they were protesting the Vietnam War outside the Democratic Convention, and Mayor Daley was the mayor back then. The mayor, he was the senior Daley. Subsequently, his son has been mayor. But he was, he played hardball, let's put it that way. The cops beat the snot out of all the kids.
So, to make an example out of everybody, Abby Hoffman, Jane Fonda's ex-husband, why can't I think of his name?
Tom?
Tom Fonda? No.
No.
What is this?
Tom.
You guys help me.
Oh, for crying out loud, you put us on the spot.
It's, it was a bunch of really forward-thinking 60s radicals, but the most important of all of this in my, Tom Hayden. The most important out of all of this, really, for me, thank you, Sean. Hey, Dirk Joe Burke, thanks for checking in. Sacha Baron Cohen, who you may have heard of, Borat, LAG, etc., plays Abby Hoffman and is so good he deserves all the awards.
Yeah, it was really good. It was well done.
It's very good, and you learn a little bit. I didn't know that much about the Black Panthers until pretty recently, actually.
What was Bobby's name?
Is it Bobby Seale?
Bobby Seale
Bobby
was on.
Seale
Yeah.
Gets brought into the trial.
Right.
They never
though he
let
was-
him have a lawyer. I mean, you just want to pick up your TV and shake it. You get so angry.
Frank Langella played the Judge Hoffman.
The judge, who's just
And
a total
wow, he is
a-hole.
over it. Wow.
But
He's
yeah,
really good in it.
Chicago 7, definitely watch it, but just be prepared. You're going to be a little triggered considering what's going on in the world and how that was the 60s. And here we are again. Arthur Hudson is here. Hey, how are you? He said he just tried to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes, Kevin Tachi can tell you exactly what to do right now and put up a link if you need to watch all of our
John,
shows.
my parrot's right here. Look at her. Isn't she pretty?
I'm not a parrot.
Go ahead, talk to them. Talk to them, girl.
Probably want a cracker.
Ah, that's right. I taught her that myself.
Big thumbs up on the Chicago 7.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah.
it. Let us know what you think. Again, Sacha Baron Cohen is just phenomenal. And
We're not gonna talk about the Sacha Baron Cohen thing that just happened this week.
No.
Are we?
No, because
Okay.
this is a respite. We don't like to talk about the orange Cheeto or the dumpster fire. So
Or Nosferatu playing with himself in a... Oh, I'm sorry.
What? No.
Nothing?
No. Okay, so somebody please hook up Arthur with the correct link for all the previous episodes and where they can see this one as well. Yes, Salacious Crumb would be your parrot. If we ever get to go to Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, we just saw the
To the
whole-
Spire!
Oh my goodness.
You know, it would be our luck that they open a Star Wars theme park and then the pandemic hits and we can't go.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't afford to go now. We can't afford to go down the street, let alone California or Florida. And I think pretty much at this point, Florida is just out. We're never going to Florida. Scott Pelletier is here. Hello! Sean says he was amazing in Hugo as well. Yeah, I just, this guy is so smart and so talented, and I think people forget that because he's playing these characters that on the surface seem ridiculous, except when you explore further, he's making fun of ridiculous people, and it's very
He's a
satirical,
satirist.
and it's a beautiful thing. So we will talk more Star Wars later. Don't worry, that's definitely still happening. Mandalorian season
Listen,
2.
if we ever go to that, I'm wearing this shirt.
Other things that kept us happy on Netflix this week, the David Letterman series, his interview series.
Yeah, he had Dave Chappelle on.
Yeah, we kind of bounced around. The first episode is with Kim Kardashian, and I don't know if you guys saw the Twitter today,
No.
but F that chick. And
Yeah,
we're not watching.
I don't watch her.
Man, she had a total Marie Antoinette let them eat cake moment this week, and it's not going to do her well. You can Google later. Trust me. So we watched the Dave Chappelle episode, and then I happened to catch the Lizzo episode as well. It's
Chappelle is
so
a thoughtful guy.
comforting to see Letterman he's in a class all his own. Not only is it comforting just to see him sit there and talk to people, but he's such a great interviewer. He'll speckle in a little of himself here and there, but really he just gets people to open wide up, and that's not easy to do with Dave Chappelle. John Ruff, Angie, miss you on the radio. Oh, what a coincidence. I miss me on the radio, too. Don't worry, things will get better, and I'll get back on if it kills me. Jim Pericotti checking in about Kardashian. F that chick. Everyone else has. Oh!
Dang!
So definitely check out David Letterman if you miss Letterman, or if you just like to see actually well done interviews. They're pretty great. We are still heavily into the pottery.
I love it. I love the pottery.
Season 3 of the Great Pottery Throwdown on HBO Max is the #1 heavy rotation show in the living room right now.
That's
you
it,
people.
man.
I'm not an artsy crafty chick. I don't even like that
Oh,
kind of
wait.
stuff.
She's crafty.
I get around.
Except.
I actually picked up a mug this week.
This is awesome. This is really good.
So when we Brady Bunch together, we also combined our mugs. So there are several mugs that I'm not that familiar with. And the boys like to use the mugs that came from their house, and Kendall and I used to like the mugs from our house, or the new mugs. So there was a mug that doesn't always get used. I know, I've said mug like 100 times.
I know the
now.
exact
I'm
one
sorry.
she's talking about.
So I grab it, and I look at the handle, and it's a very unique handle, and immediately in my brain, I can't even help it. I go, oh, nice pull.
Guys, it's a technique, okay? It's a pottery technique.
That they do, and it's full of sexual innuendo.
My other cousin, oh my goodness, Teeny's watching.
We are lousy with
The Welsh sisters are watching.
cousins. I love
The
it.
Welsh sisters are watching.
So I'm now at that level of pottery fanatic where I'm
Pottery.
seriously, or you have to say pottery.
By the way, the host woman, they were both from Northern England.
Yeah.
So they got the real
Yeah.
Northern way of talking, like. And then there's the kid, the young kid.
One of the kids is from
Liverpool. And he's like, yeah, I'm just doing some pottery, I want to make it
He
look
doesn't
good.
sound just like Paul McCartney, but it's
he
pretty
kind of
close.
does,
It's wonderful. They've changed one of the judges. Keith is still the crier.
This
and
dude
he's
is
still-
like
it's
a
amazing.
big hombre.
Every episode he cries.
And it's out of nowhere. It's out of left field, and he'll look at a pot and be like, Shelley, you really did a nice...
And then he stops,
You
and he
did.
has to touch the person next to him. And the
It's brilliant.
waterworks starts.
It's brilliant.
It's
brilliant.
amazing.
It's brilliant. You really pulled it off.
I now have words in my vocabulary like throw
It's awesome.
and glaze and
Oh
slip
my goodness.
and Reiku. I just need a lobotomy at this point, right?
Raku.
Christopher, hello. Glad to see you as well. So, if you really want a respite from everything,
You'll glaze nothing and like it.
the Great Pottery Throwdown is the way to go.
It's so good.
And it's not that we don't like the Great British Baking Show, but we're really trying to eat better right now because we've gained all the weight of a small family between the two of us
A bastard.
since the lockdown. So we're trying to be better and watching, succulent cakes and cookies and whatever. I can't do it.
I have to go.
So pottery is where it's at. And there's an over-under by some of my friends who are shocked that we're even watching this on how long before we get a pottery wheel.
Listen, we don't need a wheel to do pottery.
Well, we could
just buy
things
some
by
clay,
hand, yeah.
and we can roll it out.
But then how would we throw it in the kiln?
They say hand piece it.
How would we do a biscuit?
We'll do it right in the oven.
Our oven barely gets hot enough to cook chicken nuggets, let alone
Denny White is here.
pottery. Hello, Denny. It's nice to see you. We're talking pottery.
Denny showed up because he heard I was gonna do meatloaf later.
Oh, really?
No.
So we also watched on Netflix the remake of the movie Witches, based on the Roald Dahl movie. The original was Angelica Houston, which scared the crap out of me as a young teenager, I would say, when it came out. Maybe a little younger than that. Because it's not a nice... like all Roald Dahl things, it's not exactly a sweet, happy family movie. Kids get turned into mice and, yeah.
Squished.
Don't get turned back. And
What a cast, though, huh?
Because what's her face?
The narrator is Chris Rock.
Yes.
And his grandmother is played by...
She was in The Help. I can't think of her name.
Octavia Spencer.
Yes, Octavia Spencer.
All right.
Who's great. And it takes place in the 60s. I want to say 62?
Anne Hathaway is the head witch, am I right?
So Anne Hathaway puts
really
on
good.
her best Angelica Houston
really
and that's
good.
And you could not make somebody look uglier or more hideous, and she went for it. So you got to give props
and scary
to that.
too,
So if you have slightly
from what I remember
older
hearing
children,
about it.
I wouldn't advise you to watch this with 6 or 8-year-olds, but 10 and up I think are totally cool for the new Witches. So I sort of forced Dave into watching that while he was putting together something that we'll get to later. Helstrom. We started watching Helstrom, which is a Marvel of the Marvel universe, but it's more about demons and serial killers.
It's the occult.
It's very good though. It's very well done. I'm definitely into it.
It's really a story about a family.
Yeah, a family whose
Mother
father is a
demon,
a super demon,
and then the mom is possessed by a different demon,
and there's just so many demons.
And the kids have been separated, almost like a bad,
But the brother and sister are both really hot, and they
Sister's
have powers. So I'm like, I'm in. So I'm interested to see what you guys think of Helstrom for sure. But I would
check it out, man.
I would put it on the yes list if you are a sci-fi or even a horror nerd, really.
The woman who plays the president in Homeland plays the mother.
Oh, Arthur likes Helstrom.
Yes,
Excellent.
Helstrom. Yes.
Excellent. So let us know what you think about that, if you've already watched it or not, and just get back to us. I mean, we're not like assigning homework, but it would be nice if you paid attention to us once in a while and did what we said.
I wore a pirate costume.
Show the hat again for all the new people that just showed up. Can we talk Saturday Night Live?
Yar, we can.
Adele hosted, but was not the performer. So that was like, Now, we love us some Adele. I didn't realize how deep Dave's love of Adele went, because he was like a walking you-know-what the entire time.
More so than usual.
Standing at attention. Do you know what I'm saying? There was a point where she was in a skit and she ended up singing anyway, so that was lovely. She's just
amazing.
lovely. She's lovely, and every song is fantastic.
But she's got the Cockney accent on top of everything.
She has slimmed down quite a bit, but I think she's still va-va-boom. Normally when people lose that much weight in that dramatic a fashion, I'm sort of like, I don't know. Because, you get used to the way people look, and I love a thick girl, obviously. Hello. But she looks just phenomenal. Joe Burke says, sorry, we are busy watching Queen's Gambit. That is next on our list. That girl drives me crazy with her big bug eyes. I'm not sure.
Jeez, you could pocket view it between those eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. She's just so cartoony looking. John Ruff says, she looks hot, great voice. Adele, yes, absolutely. Jim Pericotti says, she's delightfully purty. Please stop. It's not going to help you in the bedroom later. You're like Gomer Pyle-ish right now.
Those fighting words.
All right,
so with one eye open.
Anything else we really loved about Saturday Night Live? I agree. Angel said last week that she was kind of dumb with Jim Carrey as Joe Biden, and I gotta say it's becoming less and less Joe Biden and more Jim Carrey. So maybe we could find somebody else. But again, we're not talking politics.
He's good as Joe Biden.
I mean, Jim Carrey is good as anyone, but it really all is just Jim Carrey, right? Jim Pericotti, he can wear the hat and do some pirate ASMR. Yes, you could. You could get that super microphone. Get really low.
Yeah.
Talk to people. Utopia, Arthur, where were you 4 weeks ago when we were all over Utopia? We binged that whole thing within 48 hours.
It was good, buddy?
Not even 48
Dude, it was
hours.
better than good.
It was phenomenal. We're going to go back and watch it again soon. That's how good it is. Riddle says, what was the line that made Adele break? Oh, it was during the where the women of a certain age getting divorced go to Jamaica or Africa. They go to Africa.
And tribesmen.
And when they break and they laugh during Saturday Night Live, there's nothing better. So if you haven't watched that episode, do yourself a favor. It's good. Dave, the parrot, and maybe an eye patch. Didn't we already cover the parrot?
John, I mean, I'm getting concerned for how concerned you are about my pirate outfit. John, it's just a gag, John. This is just for television. I'm not actually a pirate. I'll have you know.
We did watch a couple things. First of all, do you guys know who Michelle Buteau is, the comedian? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Her show is called Butopia. Her last name is like Buteau. Somebody posted a clip of her on Instagram, and it just hit me in the right spot, and I watched the whole special and laughed out loud, and I was by myself. So, that's funny if you need a little laughy laugh. We also, Dave was in total business mode the other day, and I was in total silly mode. So he was in the dining room, and I was in the living room, and I started watching something I would never normally watch. Like, basically any show that's on CBS, I would never normally watch. Now, I picked up the show Evil recently, which was like basically The Good Wife with demons.
Mm.
But this one, The Unicorn, with, what's his name again?
Walton Goggins.
Goggins, who always plays a psycho weirdo in every movie he's in. And then
Or a redneck racist.
He gets cast in this television show as a widower.
Yep, with a couple of daughters.
And, raising 2 daughters and maybe getting back into the dating game. And he's known as a unicorn because he's a widower. And for online dating, that's like fresh meat. Hey, Nikki T's finally here, punching in. I'm very happy you're here. Who performed it once? There were like 30 people there. She was amazing.
The Buteau.
Oh, Michelle Buteau. Great. Yeah, totally funny. Definitely check her out. So, The Unicorn, I think I watched like 6 or 7 episodes and laughed my ass off 3 rooms away. And Dave was like, he would laugh
She was
at the
howling,
jokes.
and I would laugh. I was trying to do some paperwork, like I'm trying to like work up a project, and like
it was hilarious. It was really funny. So I don't know if I'll ever go back to The Unicorn, but if you're in a silly mood, it's actually pretty funny.
Rob Corddry's in it.
I love Rob Corddry.
And
like anything with Rob Corddry,
2
I'll
of the
watch.
supporting characters
are
directly from Ballers.
Yeah. So, if you're looking for something silly and easy to digest,
Arthur Hudson says Gangs of London is great.
Oh, that is on our list, Arthur.
Wasn't Ted Lasso good, Casey?
Ted Lasso.
We told you.
Man, that is the most unexpected winning television show
Look at,
this year.
yes, I said delightful. I'm not kidding, right?
Delightful.
We weren't kidding.
Delightful. If you have Apple TV Plus, get on the Ted Lasso train. It's worth your time, we promise. I mean, we just like gushed over that TV show.
Mm-hmm.
We've still been watching Next, which is still kind of...
it's not that great, actually.
it's basically an AI that's being evil and taking over
the world. But I did like the idea of the wheelchair-bound scientist who has the special chair where he has to look at the screen.
Yeah,
to
so
talk.
he communicates by moving his eye.
Yeah. So meanwhile,
the evil AI.
He's looking up at his friend, and the thing is talking. And you find out that it's actually the evil AI is in charge of his chair and what he says.
Yeah.
And he's looking at him like.
Yeah, this is the show called Next with John Slattery from Mad Men.
Yeah,
so we're still on the fence.
Yeah.
Okay. Arthur mentioned Boys. We did like Boys, but did not love season 2.
Yeah, it was okay.
Little weak. Lisa Barton Lynch is here as well. Hello.
Abastar Lisa, how are you?
So, okay, you
Happy
guys.
Halloween.
True confession, I watched This Is Us.
Ugh.
I know. It's something I watch by myself. I get the box of Kleenex. I have myself a good cry. It's like a cleanse. And then I go on with my life. And then last season, they added a character who lives next door to Kate and her husband, Toby. And it's played by my friend, Tim Amundsen. And Tim is a stroke. He's recovered from a stroke. I guess he's a recovering stroke victim. Is that
he's
what
a
you
stroke
would say?
survivor?
Yeah, he's a stroke survivor, and he's just one of my favorite people on earth. And it has not been easy. And he's been working really hard to get back in a place where he could be fully mobile. And he's been using a cane and occasionally using a chair. Well, I watched the first episode of the new season today for This Is Us, and the very first scene, at one point, they pan to the next door neighbor, who is Tim, and he's standing there. No cane, no nothing. And I was like, oh my God! And I was immediately crying and so happy. And then, of course, the rest of the show's great. Crying. They covered everything that's happened in the last 6 months in an hour-plus episode. And I was like, wow, I'm exhausted now. And my face was red from sobbing.
Jim Pericotti watched This Is Us while twittering the baseball game.
I love live twittering events, whether it's a baseball game or, a debate, whatever. Even at like award shows, if I could get paid to live tweet, that would be my jam. Honestly,
we'd be gajillionaires.
It's my favorite thing to do. Arthur, you agree with us that The Boys season 2 was a little off track. So we also, Dave watched some things without me. You went back and started Castle Rock again.
I just started Castle Rock again. We might have watched like 1 or 2
I
episodes.
think we watched more than 1 or 2.
Yeah, well,
You're back?
just started it. Yeah.
Okay. We also just figured out that the last and final season of Homeland is now available to watch on Hulu, so we're excited
We know what we're
about
doing
that.
after the show.
Because we don't have Showtime anymore. I mean, there's only so many pay channels we can afford, which is really none, but you know.
This is the only Showtime we have.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a fair amount of stuff for you guys to watch, right? Get back to us. Let us know. And we're also going to put Gangs of London on our list. Bigly. Jim Pericotti, I combined the two and figured Mookie Betts got COVID while staying with Randall's family, but I may be confused. Jim, very funny.
Hey, Mookie Betts. Why can't we get players like that?
He deserves all of that and more.
I
could not be happier for him. And congratulations, Los Doyers. You earned it.
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly. Kelly
Manager
Fight Club.
Dave. Oh, for crying out loud.
Dave.
It just jumped out of my head.
It is nice that all the important Red Sox left and now...
Dave Roberts?
Yeah, I think that's it,
Yeah.
isn't it? Dave Roberts? Arthur says, I got the box, you can watch anything. Oh, Arthur! That's illegal.
Kevin, I beat you to it, but thanks.
But if you want to come over and help set it up for us, that'd be totally fine. Fargo is already out. We have not watched Fargo.
Fargo has
Chris
Chris Rock in
the
it
new
this season.
Yeah, we
And
need
it's
to put that
in
on
like
our
the
list.
50s, maybe?
40s or 50s.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Also, and I sort of, I'm getting ahead of ourselves a little bit talking about stuff to listen to. I shared today, I don't know if you saw it, but Tenacious D, which is Jack Black and Kyle G, covered the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Let's Do the Time Warp Again, for Rocky the Vote. To get the word out for the vote, and it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we're going to swing right into things we listened to with that video. If you haven't, go back to my Facebook page when this is over and watch it. It is so good, and there are so many cameos in it, I actually had to put them down so I would try not to miss any. We haven't watched Borat yet, by the way. And I think part of it's because we know about the scene that everybody's watching it for, and we're just not. It's creepy AF.
Oh, man. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to tuck my shirt in all the time. Like, all the time.
I love that you just randomly go into a hotel bedroom with somebody that is doing an interview with you. It's totally fine, right?
Yeah.
Eric Andre, George Takei, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Waters, Karen O, King Princess, Mayor Pete Buttigieg is in the Let's Do the Time Warp. And they're all in the parts where it's like, it's just a jump to the left. Or is it a step to the left and a jump to the right? I can't remember.
It's a jump to the left.
And a step to the right.
Yeah.
Your hands on your hips.
And bring your knees in tight.
And do the pelvic thrust.
Yes. Man, Jack Black looks like he's going to need a paramedic.
Oh, I know.
He goes off.
Yeah. Michael Pena, Peaches, Reggie Watts, Sarah Silverman, Senator Elizabeth Warren is in there. And not to be outdone, Susan Sarandon from the original.
Yep.
And it definitely took me back to sneaking out of the house. I would tell my mom that I was sleeping at my friend Jen's. Jen would tell her mom that she was sleeping at my house. And we would hop on the train, go into Harvard Square, and do the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then hang out in the pit with all the punk rockers, and eventually sleep on somebody's floor, and then come home the next day and have a great story to tell. So it was it's not only a great thing to watch, but it brings back the memories, man. Sean O'Brien says he watched it last night, tried not to. Oh, you mean Borat? I think eventually we're going to have to watch it, but it's not, as much as I love Sacha Baron Cohen, I'd rather go watch the Chicago 7 again, frankly. It's just not my thing. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, jerk Joe Burke.
You know
That's what it's all about.
Joe Burke's a jerk, and that's what it's all about.
So other things that we listened to this week, I went back and listened to that Elder record that came out in April. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the band Elder. If Keith were here tonight, he would know. Nikki T probably knows who they are. They're technically a local band. They're from this neck of the woods, if you will, a little bit north of us, but they are hard and heavy, and the songs are like 12 minutes long, and I love it! If you like stuff like Tool or the Deftones, I think you'd really like Elder. So I listened to that a lot, and then I would switch also over to some old school hip-hop stuff because Mama got an exercise bike. Papa put it together.
Yeah.
So I really needed an exercise bike. I have not moved really, except from working at my little desk in the dining room because I'm working remotely for my day job, and then going upstairs to bed, going into the kitchen, going into the living room. That's pretty much my movement these days. My ankles are so weak, a strong wind will break them. So I've been afraid to even go walking, and I'm like, I need a bike. I got to get back into exercising and get some of the 5,000 banana breads from the pandemic lockdown that are eaten off of me.
Is here. Hey! He agrees with us about the Time Warp video.
Yeah, the Time Warp video is amazing. So
fantastic.
My dad bought me an exercise bike for my birthday. I mean, I asked him to buy a bike, and I'd pay him back when I had the money because money's very tight right now. But so are my pants, so we had to get the bike. And so we got it on Amazon.
I'm going to take the rest of the show off.
Right?
Take it
away! And Dave, handsome boyfriend Dave, who's not only a union carpenter, he's just a real swell guy around the house, and he fixes things. He put that bike together lickety-split. Allison, you're here, and we just talked about This Is Us and how amazing it was to see Tim standing on his own in that first big scene, and I cried like a baby. Please give him my love, and we're so happy to see him on my television again. So Dave built the bike. I've been riding said bike, and it's one of those bikes where it's got a big seat so the tushy doesn't hurt, and there's a little thing on the back. It's kind of an old lady bike, I'm not going to lie, but I am kind of an old lady, so it is what it is. And I've been doing 30 minutes on the bike every day since you got it, right?
Between episodes of The Great Pottery Throwdown.
Well, that's true. Pottery. I pretend that when I'm on my bike, I'm riding it so that the pottery wheel is going around, and then I pretend that I don't do that at all. Don't do that at all. But it is. I just want to say thank you for putting my bike together. That was really lovely. I mean, I did thank you a little extra last night, but I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
You thanked me. Thank you. Yes. Okay, you thanked me as well. So.
As well?
Yeah.
Oh.
You thanked me for all the delicious dinners I've been making lately. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah.
My cooking has been on point.
I mean, I don't know how many ways you can cook a cabbage, but we're gonna figure it out.
We're still obsessed with cabbage noodles, and people are like, I don't get it. What's a cabbage noodle? Well, we just call them that. We just cut strips of cabbage and saute them and replace anything that calls for pasta with them. So there you go. Don Juan Pace is watching. Is that like Vinny Pace?
Paco.
Oh, it's Paco. Sorry. Hi, newbie. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi.
We're glad you're here. So we're moving on to the segment of food, and I invented pickled onions this week. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys.
Totally invented red pickled onions all by myself.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, we used to work at a place called the Pickled Onion.
That is true.
Right. Okay.
We used to do trivia there, but they never had pickled onions at the Pickled Onion, just so you know. Or at least they weren't part of the half-off appetizers, which was the only thing we ate. So I decided that I was going to make... We got a bunch of red onions at our big grocery shop this week, and I was like, that's it. I'm going to learn how to make pickled onions. And it's surprisingly really easy, which I didn't know. Sean O'Brien, you can chime in as our chef in residence.
Science!
All you really do is chop onions with the grain, red onions, very thin. And then you just get some vinegar. I just use apple cider vinegar, some salt, and a little bit of sugar. You take that mixture, you put it in a pan on the stove, wait till it's boiling, and then you shove the raw onions into a container. I used a mason jar that had a cover.
Chan?
And then you pour the liquid over it and close it up, and 30 minutes later you can serve them. Although, I think they tasted better the next day than they did immediately. And I know
let them soak.
And Sam Avola says you can do the same with just a bunch of lime juice as well if you really want something and you don't have the time to spend. Yeah, Sean O'Brien says pickled red onions rule forever. So not only did they turn out great, but I literally put them on everything this week. They went on eggs in the morning because one of the things I love to do is take whatever we cooked for dinner last night, whatever the leftovers are, throw them in a pan and saute them and put my world famous poached eggs over them, and it's fantastic. So
Pretty famous, guys.
I threw the pickled onions on the eggs. I threw them on salmon the next night, as well as a pork tenderloin win. That was one of my biggest achievements in the house to date. Would you say?
Yep, pretty
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Pretty big.
So I've been really kicking with the food lately, and it's been somewhat healthy as well.
Somewhat.
I mean, it's not banana bread and things covered in cheese. But I do have to confess that I fully Karen'd at the grocery store yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Tuesday usually is Taco Tuesday in the house. What is Jerk Joe Burke saying? Wasn't pickled onion a metaphor for the onion in a Gibson? Are you whispering that to me? Why are you whispering? Is it alcohol related? Okay, I don't drink, so.
Neither do
I don't know about that. Sorry. You are the pickled onion queen. I kind of am right now. I'm really excited. They lasted a whole 3 days in the house, which is about how long they last anyway, according to friends that know these kinds of things. They had all reached out because I posted a bajillion pictures of my pickled onions because
My pickled onion crew reached out to me.
I am a
and they
basic
assure
bitch.
me.
So, in keeping with the basic biatch, I fully Karen'd at the grocery store yesterday. I ran out to get ground sirloin.
Wait a minute. Yesterday was what? Tuesday?
Yeah, so Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
We didn't have any ground beef in the house. So I noticed that the big grocery store in Swampscott near us, who I will not name by name, had advertised that they had 80/20 ground beef on sale for $2.99 a pound, which is a great price, and we love 80/20. That's really how you should cook, 80/20. I get there, and there's no more to be found anywhere. There's the big
in the whole
sign
store?
that says 80/20, $2.99 a pound, and it's empty. There's nothing there. There's a couple
Denied.
super overpriced 98% fat-free, or 98% lean beef,
Yeah,
which I want no
flavor's
part
not
of
there.
because there's no flavor. So I was like, God damn it. So I went and picked up the ground turkey, which is healthier, and the kids don't like it as much, but it'll do. And then all of a sudden, a Karen just fully took over my body, and at the register I said, hey, can I get a rain check for the ground beef? Because there isn't any. Of course, I didn't say it that bitchy. And she was like, yeah, go to customer service. And then there was a point where I was like, do I want to do this? Do I want to go to customer service and actually commit? And I had Colin and Kendall with me, so I had them bring the groceries out to the car, and I walked my Karen fat right up to the counter for customer service, and I got myself a rain check. And he goes, and how many pounds would I said 5. I'm going to need 5 pounds of it at that special price when I come back. I don't think, if I've ever had a rain check before in my life, I was shopping with my mother, and it was her idea and her suggestion. I've never done this. Have you guys ever done a rain check? Ever? It's kind
Once
of
in a
awesome.
baseball game.
Yeah, I understand the baseball. Do I have some?
No, you got it. Yeah.
What is going on?
She's
with you?
really fervent about
You're
this.
whispering, and
Oh,
now you're
no.
upset that there's maybe some spittle on my mouth. At least there isn't a fly landing on me, which apparently keeps happening to evil people. Thank you very much.
Now, if a fly lands on me, then I'm evil now.
Kinda. I mean,
Jeez.
if you're decaying in front of us and a fly lands on you, if your hands are black and there are bruises all over your face and then a fly lands on you, yeah, I think you might be evil. So the other foodie thing I wanted to talk about was ice cream, and specifically the keto ice cream or the light ice cream that seems to be extra popular right now. People don't want the sugar and they don't want the carbs, but they love them some ice cream. And those people are us.
I'm really not into ice cream that much.
So we've been trying to eat healthier, but when you gotta cheat, at least you're gonna cheat with less sugar and less carbs. But of course, it's like fat bombs, really. But I don't know about you, on my Instagram and when I go on Facebook, the Nix light ice cream, have you guys seen the ads for this? It's a Swedish ice cream. And it looks all creamy and whatever.
It's not the sweetest ice cream.
And they even give you a free $1 off coupon that you can download. And so I was in the store and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try the Nix Swedish ice cream. It's light ice cream. It's got less fat, less sugar, whatever. Well, you pick it up and it feels like there's nothing in it. And I'm like, okay,
it's very light.
Okay.
It's very light ice cream.
You take it out of the freezer, and our freezer is set where the ice cream comes out pretty hard. You take it out and it's squishy. Like, it's immediately scoopable. It's almost like margarine. Like, how did they do that? So, alarm, bells going off immediately. It was not very tasty. It was like that crappy light ice cream your mom brought home that one time, and you were like, Mom, what is this? Ice milk? This is disgusting. So, save yourselves the money and don't go with Nix. Okay? I've been loving Rebel. And you've been loving...
It is Swedish, Joe. Yes, it is.
Halo Top. Right. So those are the keto ones that we like.
I don't know.
But I really think the Nix Swedish ice cream is not going to satisfy the ice cream thing. Yeah, there's too much air in it, and it's just not very tasty. Yes, please.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave.
I just had so many things I wanted to tell you about.
Take a breath, for crying out loud. All right, so.
It's time for our new segment.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking about food.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about my ice cream experience.
Oh, go ahead. You do your ice cream experience first.
I'll tell you. What did I have? What flavor did you get me? It was chocolate almond crunch. And it was Halo Top. And it tasted like amaretto to me.
Yeah,
which was pretty good, actually.
It was like an almond liqueur instead of almond flavor.
But it had the little bits of almond in it, too.
Holly's like, I'm just going to stick with Ben & Jerry's. That's fine, Holly, but our figures and your figure are very different.
Well, Sean, I mean, if you're on a diet and you can't have carbs, I mean, there ain't a whole lot of places to go, buddy. So, I mean, Halo Top is...
I like Rebel better. I really do, but you just have to wait for it to thaw a little because that stuff is like scraping, You want the ice cream too frozen.
That's enough about bad ice cream, okay?
Okay, fine.
We're moving right along.
Let's move along to our new segment.
It's called Let's All Go to the Smoovies. Let's all go to the Smoovies. Let's all go to the Smoovies.
This is Angie and Handsome
Hey,
Dave.
that's me. So anyway, we've decided that each week...
Yeah. Each time we're really excited to see a movie
or a show.
An episode of a TV show.
Now look, the season 2 of The Mandalorian is coming out this week.
It's Friday. We're obviously very excited.
I know you guys all have it marked on your calendars, right? So we thought that we would develop a smoothie.
It's called a Smoovie. Get it? We're watching movies and drinking smoothies, hence
Smoovies. Because we're pretty smooth.
That's right. We're JB Smooth.
Right.
So the first official Smoovie is...
The Mandalorian.
Which we are going to consume while watching The Mandalorian.
And I just whipped up the first batch of it today.
You did?
I did.
Can you go get it for us, and then we can
I've got to run to the test kitchen.
Okay, you go run to the test kitchen.
And grab it.
Okay? All
You
right.
keep them busy.
I will keep them busy.
All right, don't go anywhere.
All right.
All right.
He's leaving, I'm staying.
No, really, don't go anywhere.
I really hope that nobody else has already started Let's All Go to the Smoovies, because we think it's a franchisable thing, and we could be bajillionaires by this time, like next week. So if you have any ideas on smoothies that you think we should make for watching certain movies or television shows, go ahead and let us know. Holly Cantor, you need some dancing hot dogs for that time. We're working on it. We do have a lot of hot dogs in the house. What is it with relatives that bring over hot dogs when you're doing a cookout? Like, we have them. We don't need more of them. Now we have like 17 packages in the freezer. They're not going to get touched until next summer. I'm telling you. So Dave is in the kitchen, the test kitchen right now with the first Smoovie in honor of the Mandalorian. It is called the Mangolorian. And yes, you guessed it. There's mango in the Smoovie.
All right,
Are we
here
ready?
we go. Here we go. Now,
Dave, tell us what's in the Mangolorian.
all right, everyone, mango is the #1 thing.
Okay.
Okay, that's your overriding flavor. All right, and
it's your flavor profile, deliciousness.
right. So
Action
then,
Bronson.
so then, you also have. This batch is full fat Greek yogurt.
Yeah,
plain.
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Oat milk, unsweetened.
But you can use whatever milk you
Right,
want.
exactly. Use whatever milk you want. I used frozen banana to sweeten it up.
For the sweetness. And
Okay.
then a special ingredient so that it looked like blue
It
milk.
actually looks like blue milk.
And if you're a Star
Like on
Wars
Star
fan,
Wars.
you need no
That
explanation.
actually looks minty green on the TV.
But it's not. It's a Mangolorian. Can
Right.
I please taste it? I'm very excited.
Here, try it.
All right, you guys ready? Mangolorian. Now, those of you who do drink alcohol, you can certainly throw something
There's
in
some
there.
blueberry in there too for color. Give it a second.
Oh, that's good. It's creamy. It's mango-y. And what's that? What's that? And it says Boba Fett is back in season 2 of The Mandalorian.
The Mangolorian. Hey, give me some of that.
Let's all go to the Smoovies. I love it. That's our new segment. It is delicious. It's very good. So we're all going to drink our smoothie together Friday and watch The Mandalorian together, season 2. We can't wait. And we do have full confirmation that some way or another, Boba Fett did in fact crawl out of that Sarlacc pit, and he is going to be in season 2. We could not be more excited. I want some more of that. That's pretty good. I like that.
That's a
Very
good smoothie.
Mm-hmm. We are just about out of time. We have 10 minutes left of our, not even, 8 minutes left of the show. We could just sit here and drink the Mangolorian. By the way, are we pretty, creative geniuses or what? The Mangolorian for our first smoothie?
I think it's pretty cool.
I'm pretty proud of us. So make sure last week's episode is now up on the Abcam YouTube page, and you can check your local listings, and of course ask for our show by name on any of your local cable TV providers. They can get it from the mass media
Collective?
yeah, there's sort of
Collaborative?
Kevin Tachi is on here and he'll show you. It's available. All of our episodes are available for them to pick up, and we are now in 10 territories, if you will, including there's a cable access television studio in Vermont that's carrying us, as well as Provincetown. So it's the full scope. It is in Salem too, on Salem Access Television. And just check your local listings for the time. The Worst Talk Show, ask for it by name.
By the way, Casey asks, he has a question.
Sure.
What do you miss most from the before times? One word, please.
Hugs.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I miss not being able to hug all of you. Seriously, I just miss hugs. I miss not being able to hug my dad.
Yeah, Joe Burke, people.
I saw somebody today at CVS and I was so excited. I hadn't seen them and they were like family, and I had to touch elbows and it was so devastating. I couldn't even. Diane's here. Diane Gale's the one who went out for lunch one day at FNX and never came
to return.
Legend!
Like she fell off the face of the world.
Diane, we're drinking our very first Let's All Go to the Smoovie in honor of the Mandalorian, and it's called the Mandalorian. Please tell us how brilliant we are. It's also delicious. Sean O'Brien, I want to hug all of you, but when this is all over, and I know it's never going to be really all over, but we can finally hug each other again in a space, I'm going to tackle you, Sean O'Brien. The biggest hug. Casey gets one, Sam gets one, everybody gets one. Vicky, I might just push Vicky right. I might just pick Vicky up and hug her and carry her around. I love all you guys so much, and I effing hate that I can't hug any of you.
It's
right
lousy.
now.
It's lousy.
It's lousy. So that's what. See, Diane says we're brilliant. That's the biggest thing from before times that I miss. What about you guys? What else besides hugs? Because I'm sure, and people, obviously. What else do you miss? You're just not going to let me finish that, are you? Damn it. It's so delicious. And it really does look like blue milk. You outdid yourself.
Oh.
I'm very proud of you. And I'm proud of all of you for tuning in. And since you're all part of our live studio audience, you are all officially part of episode 17. We'll let you know when the finished product is ready. It'll go up this weekend on the AbCam YouTube page, and then it'll make its way to your television set. Thank you very much. We're going to say goodnight.
Are we?
We are. It's getting to be that time. It's 8:26 and we're out of topics.
Really?
Really?
I barely said anything tonight.
Do you want to put your pirate outfit back on and maybe sing us out? Jim Pericotti says, I miss making money reffing football games. All right, we'll take it. Understood. I miss making money in 2 other jobs I don't have anymore.
Yeah, but you know what he's saying there is he's on a take. He refs football games, but then he's like, hey, you want some good calls there, buddy?
Oh, by the way,
hook
we're gonna post the ingredients for the Mandalorian, our first ever smoothie, as part of Let's All Go to the Smoovies, and it'll be on your TV screen as well. Diane, let's do lunch when the pandemic is over. As long as you promise to actually come back to the table when you go to the bathroom, Diane. I'm in. Bob Tarasi, we love you. Sean O'Brien, everybody, even Jerk
Thank
Joe
you
Burke.
guys.
Even Jerk Joe Burke, we love you. Thank you guys so much.
What can I say? We're into jerks.
Let's all go to the Smoovies together this week or this weekend, and make sure you try the Mandalorian. Ask for it by name.
As the last word.
Go ahead.
When's the next show? Is it before or after voting?
Well, our next show is Wednesday.
It's the day after? Everybody get out and vote. Vote this week.
Our show's Wednesday night at 7:30. Are you not familiar with that, honey?
Yeah.
It's show number 17 tonight, so we've been doing it for about 18 weeks.
Now, wait a minute. What I'm saying to you is
we took
election
1
day.
week off.
Election day.
Isn't election day Tuesday or is it Thursday?
Yeah, see? It is Tuesday.
Yeah. So we may or may not know. We may all be holding on to each other for dear life this time next week. Who knows?
No.
Please, if you have not voted and you were going to do a mail-in,
We'll
take that mail-in ballot to your local voting place. Do not risk the mail this close. We beg of you. We love you guys so much, and look, even Jerk Joe Burke is blushing.
Listen, we'll see you next Wednesday. You better vote on Tuesday, or I'm coming for you.
And we will have the smoothie recipe for you.